Hello and welcome back to another video on the rest of the debate and to another edition of Smackdown Out of 10. And yeah, it's a big show today. We're actually only a few weeks away from the Saudi show. And yeah, that's obviously a stacked show. We've got Logan Paul on the show. Bray Wyatt doing his stuff, not quite as much as we got last week, but still he was on the show. But let's get straight into it. And we kicked off with the Brawling Brutes, who were heading to the ring for a match against the Bloodline. We got a short interruption as the vignette related to Bray Wyatt ahead. But it was time for Sheamus versus Solo. Sheamus tried for submission early on before Solo got some strikes in, and the two beat each other down in the middle of the ring. Sikoa then got headbands and kicks, but he went down for a lariat from Sheamus. Back after break, Solo took the white noise for a near fall before getting the avalanche Samoan drop for the 2 count on Sheamus. Sheamus got the beats of the battering before Solo dodged the bro kick. Sami Zayn distracts the ref from ringside, and a brawl broke out between the Brutes and the Usos. Sheamus hit a dive to the outside and took out the Usos before heading back in the ring, where Sikoa hit the spinning Solo for the victory. The Bloodline attacked Sheamus after the match and dropped him on the steel sets before Jay attacked the injured arm with a steel chair and Sami made him stop. Overall, this gets 7 out of 10. Yeah, really good stuff. Something like this really puts Solo over as Big Brute with an established star like Sheamus, and the Bloodline afterwards, yeah, really just imposing their dominance. So good stuff, 7 out of 10. Rey Mysterio was then backstage on SmackDown and ran into Imperium, who taunted him before Rey booked the match with Kaiser later in the night, and Bray Wyatt was backstage and apologised for cutting his promo short. He started by confessing about problems like anger, which caused him to do things he regret, but he was glad fans never gave up on him. Wyatt said he was thankful and that on his journey he will do horrible things without feeling remorse. So yeah, kind of, I don't know, teasing two different characters of Wyatt, I think so. But yeah, this whole stuff is just so intriguing. It just kept us sticking along this week. And yeah, to be honest, I can't wait to see where it goes. Another just brilliant promo from Bray Wyatt and undoubtedly the hottest thing in wrestling right now. But anyway, the Bloodline went backstage and were celebrating Solo's win. They then talked about taking out Logan Paul tonight, but Zayn warned them that Reigns wanted the Bloodline to stay out of their feud. Jey Uso told Sami that he'll try to keep his cool, but he was a hothead, and so he'll just see what happens later. But yeah, I'll talk more about that later. But anyway, it's time for Liv Morgan versus Sonya. Sonya took control of the match earlier. Morgan got a super kick in, but Morgan was sent outside by Deville before he headed for a break. When we were back, Sonya Deville was still in control, got a few near falls before Morgan yelled at Sonya to hit her, but then took control and started unloading on Deville. Sonya was sent outside and into the barricade before the match ended in a double count out. After the match, Liv brought a bunch of chairs inside the ring and piled them before hitting Deville with a suplex on them. And yeah, this gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Yeah, loving this new Morgan character. I think it's exactly what she needs. And yeah, definitely going to do good for her. So yeah, really good stuff, 7 out of 10. But anyway, Braun Strowman was out next and called out MVP and Omos to show them what a real monster looked like. MVP came out alone and said he agreed that Braun was a monster, but Omos was a Nigerian giant. Braun challenged Omos to a match at Crown Jewel, and MVP accepts the match. Omos walked out as well and stepped in the ring before shoving Strowman out of the ring, just dominating, just showing what a dominator he is, really. And yeah, gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Really enjoyable stuff. Braun v Omos, just two big men. I think it's kind of exactly what I need. I don't want any of them to lose, but yeah, it's just going to be a great spectacle to watch, isn't it? But anyway, backstage, Drew McIntyre challenged Karrion Kross to a steel cage match at Crown Jewel. So seems like that feud's going on. Of course, it will be after what happened last week. And yeah, kind of intrigued to see where that goes, to be honest. Who wins that one? But yeah, good stuff. Then time for Damage Control versus Raquel Rodriguez and Shotzi. Raquel and Sky were in the ring early and Kai was tagged in for a double team move. Kai then hit a double team as well as Shotzi tagged in and got a near fall. The chance was sent outside before Raquel tossed Shotzi outside, taking them out. Back after a break, Sky got on the top rope for a move on Raquel for a near fall before being taken out with a clothesline. Shotzi came with a double team before Kai broke up the pin. Raquel was sent out of the ring before Io headed to the top rope and hit a moonsault on Shotzi, picking up the W. And yeah, 7 out of 10 from me. Good stuff. Damage Control getting the win. Kind of setting their dominance down in the tag division, which you'd expect. And yeah, solid enough match, 7 out of 10. But anyway, Ronda Rousey was backstage and said that she didn't care about the fans and wasn't going to put an open challenge on tonight. So yeah, the beginning of kind of heel Ronda as we expected. Bray Wyatt's glitchy broadcast then took over the video. Once again, we got a stray Howdy before heading to the break. Interesting. Before it's time for Rey Mysterio versus Ludwig Kaiser. Kaiser got the first takedown before Rey got some strikes in and set up for an early 619. Vinci and Gunther then ran the distraction and stopped the move but Ray was a baseball side in a way before he was dropped on the outside. Back after a break, Mysterio pretended to get hit by a steel chair, resulting in Imperium being ejected, rolling back to Eddie Guerrero, but back in the ring, Ray got Hurricane Rana and a 619, picking up the victory. And yeah, 7 out of 10. Good fun, good to see the heels get outsmarted. Everyone loves Ray, and yeah, this sort of new character here was good stuff. And yeah, obviously the right decision for him to get the win ahead of the match in a few weeks, so 7 out of 10. Logan Paul was out next and made fun of the bloodline. He said that he knew what he was the underdog, but wondered what would happen if he won. Logan was talking trash when Jey Uso attacked him from behind and took him out. Zayn then came in to stop the attack and Jey went back at it. Logan managed to dodge a shot in the corner and knocked Jey out with one strike before retreating as SmackDown went off the air. So yeah, kind of teasing the idea of one lucky strike. And yeah, that's kind of what we expected. And the Jey Uso Sami Zayn obviously didn't do his job properly, according to Roman Reigns, and Jey Uso hothead gimmick continues. And yeah, that all just creates extra intrigue around this. So yeah, on the whole, this was a really, really good main event segment, I would say. Kind of predictable where it go after that segment earlier, but still really good stuff. So yeah, good ending to SmackDown, you'd have to say. But anyway, guys, overall SmackDown this week gets a 7 out of 10 from me. I thought it was a really, really good episode of SmackDown. This week from main event segment, some decent matches in there as well. All the Bloodline stuff keeps on ticking along. Still some intrigue with the main event stuff. So yeah, really, really good episode of SmackDown. But anyway, guys, that's it for today. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, rate, lots of comments down below, and follow this show for daily wrestling news, and subscribe to the channel. It's great, and I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.